Hello all, welcome back to Dr. Kala Edu. So today we are going to discuss a very small topic which is of importance of crossing over and what is the difference between the linkage and crossing over. Okay, so here last video we were discussing about what is crossing over. So why the crossing over is important. So it's a very unique process for each and every organisms where we can find out the new recombinants. Okay, so some of the characters is from mother and some of the characters are from father, and what happens, this leads to an next new expression of characters or the same expression of from the parents. This is not for the humans, it's for everything, all the living organisms, yeast, bacteria, algae, fungi, until the plants and humans, plants, angiosperms, gymnosperms, everywhere this recombinance is present. So which leads to the new combinations of that particular organisms. Okay, so what is this? What are the importance of this crossing over? So the first and foremost is new gene combinations. So due to this recombinance, what will happen? There will be observations of this new recombinant characters, genetical characters, and which helpful in the evolution. Okay, so the leading of that new different type of variety of plants or some different species, so which is very important in evolution. Okay, so without no recombinations or crossing over, evolution is not possible. So second point is, so genes are arranged linearly. After the observation of this crossing over only, scientists came to know that all the genes on the chromosomes are arranged linearly in the same pattern. Okay, so which is an very important thing to be known. Okay, chromosomes, and inside that the genes are present which are arranged linearly. Second point. Okay, third point, genetical maps. So this genetical maps, so based on the frequency of the crossing over, how much the combinations of frequency, these genetical maps are designed. So this genetical maps leads to the reading of that combinations and the characters which is going to expressed in the offsprings. And the next point is to understand the nature and mechanism of gene action. So we can say that our grandparents' expression and the parents and the grandchildren's, all the 3 or 4 generations, sometimes they may have the same characteristic features, or sometimes some of the diseases or some other things are of all of same thing. There will be no difference towards generations, towards next generations, that type of things which helps to learn the mechanism of the gene action. Not only that sort of particular characters, all the different characters which are going to transfer from the parents to the next generations can be easily studied because of this crossing over. Okay, so next thing is useful in plant breeding. How it is useful in plant breeding? As I said, due to this crossing over, new combinations are formed. Sometimes this helps the plant breeders to get the best breeds of that particular plant variety. What is meant by breeding? Getting of that plants into new varieties. So this breeding methods help us to get new varieties of plants. Sometimes we can get high yielding plant, or sometimes we get high resistive plant, or may drought, that means without water or with more water, saline water, such type of things, that is drought resistance plants, resistance to stress, such types of plants can be produced by these recombinations. Hence it leads to good evolution also. So these are the importance of crossing over, these 5 points, and this is a very important 3 mark for 12th standard students. And here next is difference. So now we are going to discuss about the difference between linkage and crossing over. So what is the difference between these two? What is linkage? So linkage is nothing but the presence of the particular genes, 2 genes on the same chromosome near by near. Already we have discussed about in the previous videos and all. So this linkage, what will happen? The genes will be arranged very close together in the same homologous chromosome is called as an linkage. But crossing over is a mechanism, right? So this is a genes which is present in the crossing over is a particular mechanism where the recombinance of the chromosomes taken place. So recombinance of the chromatids, okay, right? So here the first point is genes are stay close together. What happens here? The genes will be stayed close together. That is the definition of the linkage also. But here what happens? Separation of this linked genes. So due to this crossing over, what will happen? One gene from here and another will be here from it will be get crossed. So what happened? So a new recombinance will be produced. How this? So there will be a separation of the linked genes because half of the chromatid will be exchanged this side and towards that side. So there will be a separation of some linked genes. So this is the first point. And the second point is involve same chromosomes because the genes will be arranged close together on the same homologous chromosome. Here what? Same homologous chromosome. Here also homologous chromosomes, but what will happen? As of recombinance, crossing over, the exchange of that particular segment. So this segment is got exchanged. So here it is got exchanged with this segment. So how it will be produced? So like this. So there will be an exchange of that particular segments. So here that recombination takes place between non-sister chromatids. What is here? Between the non-sister chromatids, this exchange is taking place. So third point is it reduces gene recombinations. So why it reduces the gene combinations? Because if it is a chromosome like this, it is arranged very close together. If it's A gene and it's a B gene, they are arranged very close together so that recombination percentage is less. So it reduces the gene recombinations. But here the increased variability as of this recombinations, what will happen? The variability will be more. So we can find variability means what? So each person is of not same character. So everyone is having different characters. That variability is due to the crossing over and recombination, and this takes place here. So this is the another important 3 mark in this lesson. So differences between an linkage and crossing over. So if you know the concept and the meaning of that particular words, it's very easy to write the importance of crossing over and the differences between the linkage and crossing over. I think you don't have any doubts in this video, I think so. So if you have any doubts, you can comment me in the comment section. I will clear your doubts. Meet you in the next video. Thank you.